Hello, I am Second Lieutenant Margaret Adams, an admissions advisor for the Air Force Reserve Officer Training Corps Scholarship and Program. Air Force ROTC is a path, just like any service academy, to become an officer in the United States military. What's unique to the Air Force ROTC and the Air Force Academy is that we commission Air and Space Force officers. Our program provides an opportunity for students to attend a college or university as a full-time degree-seeking student while receiving military training on a part-time scale. Offered at over 1,100 institutions, ranging from community colleges to Ivy Leagues, Air Force ROTC develops leaders of character for tomorrow's Air and Space Force. To start off, we're going to dive into the program components. Air Force ROTC is composed of 3 overarching pieces: Leadership Lab, Lead Lab, Physical Training, and an Aerospace Studies class. For your first 2 years, the Aerospace Studies class is 1 credit hour, where you explore career options and our Air Force's heritage. The Physical Training component is an hour-long session 2 to 3 times a week. Finally, the entire cadet wing meets for a hands-on learning experience during Lead Lab, which occurs 2 hours once a week. Now, cadets are entrusted to manage these weekly operations. It's similar to managing a small business, meaning the upperclassmen in Air Force ROTC orchestrate, they plan, Lead Lab and PT with oversight from Air Force officers. You are given more responsibility as you progress through the program, so let's dive into our program's progression. During your first 2 years, you learn the foundations and history of the Air Force and how to be an effective follower. Between your sophomore and junior year, you attend field training, a 14-day leadership evaluation course at Maxwell Air Force Base in Montgomery, Alabama. Here, you are evaluated on your leadership skills and your potential to be an Air or Space Force officer. Once you return from field training, you would hold a leadership position within the cadet wing to further develop your leadership skills. But outside of our 3 overarching program components, the Aerospace Studies class, Physical Training, and Leadership Lab, you decide how much time you are willing to invest in our program. To better understand this, here's a video on our cadet life.
What's unique to ROTC is that it's spread out over your college years. You go to your university, you move into the dorms, you get a roommate. I go to classes, I wear civilian clothes, and then once or twice a week I'll wear my uniform and I'll go to military training. Other than that, you go to the same classes that you want to take and clubs you want to do. You can have the fun that you want to have.
Being a cadet, you have to learn to put academics first because without school, you can't earn a commission. I'm also on the rowing team, so being a student athlete and a cadet can get challenging sometimes, but it's definitely attainable.
They place all their stress on education. You would stay after in the computer lab with all your other wingmen to help you out, get study hours in if necessary. Although I'm a cadet in Air Force ROTC, that doesn't limit me to living the full college lifestyle that everybody thinks about and dreams of. I'm involved in Greek life on campus. I'm on the lacrosse team. As many things that I have on my plate, I still find a way to go out and have some fun on the weekends. I've met some of the greatest people that I've known to this day, not only through college, but mostly through ROTC, just the type of people they are, their character, what their values are. Those are the type of people that I want to be around most of the time.
I've made probably some of the best friends I've ever made in my whole life. Being in college, being so far away from home, a lot of people tend to get homesick. It is really confusing going to college and you're starting a military lifestyle, like someone like me that had never done it before. But I had these people around me that were all going through the same thing. We're all, away from home for the first time. We're all starting training at the same time. It's the most raw form of friendship when you go through something like this with other people. It really is my home away from home.
You're not just limited to any and everything that ROTC wants you to do in their schedule. You still have the time to see your friends most, if not every day of the week, if you can manage your time. Get your studying done, and then go out and have some fun.
As Taylor said in the video, it doesn't limit me to living the full college lifestyle. That is what makes Air Force ROTC, our program, unique to the service academies. This program does not limit you. It provides an avenue to commission as an officer while attending a college or university of your choice. With the cadet experience, you have an immediate family when you walk onto campus that first day. That is your Air Force ROTC detachment. You have upperclassmen in the program and Air Force officers who are there to mentor you. Additionally, you are provided opportunities to tailor your cadet experience through professional developmental trainings, or PDTs. These opportunities are unique to the cadet experience, and they are free to participate in. One opportunity is Project Global Officer. With Project Go, you study a critical language such as Russian, Mandarin, or Arabic, while immersing yourself in the culture for that language. Air Force ROTC offers other professional developmental opportunities, such as internships with NASA or the Pentagon. We also have a strong partnership with the Air Force Academy and send cadets every summer to participate in their free fall, parachute training program, and the soaring or glider program. Now that we have a basis for what Air Force ROTC has to offer, we are going to break down the scholarships available. Please know that you do not need to be on scholarship to join the program. There's an in-college scholarship available to underclassmen cadets who stand out among the crowd. Today we're going to focus on HSSP, the high school scholarship program that is available for eligible high school seniors. First and foremost, we are a technical force, so we have high academic standards. To apply, applicants must score a minimum of a 26 on the ACT or 1240 on the SAT. We do not accept super scores. Also, you must hold an unweighted 3.0 GPA. Last year, our average accepted scores was a 30 ACT, 1380 SAT, and 3.7 GPA. Unlike the service academies, Air Force ROTC does not require a nomination. After you submit the required application components, you will be contacted to interview with an Air Force officer. At this interview, you are evaluated on your extracurricular activities and leadership potential. Now, the scholarship application is generic. If selected, you will be offered one of 3 scholarship types. Our Type 1 scholarship covers full tuition and fees. Type 2 covers tuition and fees with an $18,000 cap for each year. Finally, our Type 7 scholarship covers full tuition at any in-state public university. All scholarship types include an annual $900 textbook allowance and a non-taxable monthly stipend that starts at $300 and increases to $500 a month your senior year. You are able to use your scholarship at any of the 1,100 institutions that have Air Force ROTC. If you are offered a scholarship, it will be designated as a technical or non-technical scholarship degree. A tech degree is like math, chemistry, physics, or most engineering majors. Non-tech is everything else. So know that if you're offered a technical scholarship, you'll be expected to major in a technical degree. Upon successful completion of the program, you will serve as an Air or Space Force officer for 4 years, unless you opt into a rated career, such as pilot, or pursue a graduate program like medical school. Please know that your first year in Air Force ROTC is a trial period, meaning you may leave at any point, no questions asked, and you do not have to pay back your scholarship, and you do not owe any time in service. If you have any questions, our website is afrotc.com. This is a resource that outlines in even more detail everything we have discussed today.
The future waits for no one, so we refuse to wait for it. We're not just pilots and engineers, we are pioneers. Today, battles are waged in nanoseconds, and planes are piloted from the other side of the world. We turn night into day and fly missions in space. The future's not coming, it's already here. This is the future. Join us and be the future.
Now, thank you for your time. Please contact me for further inquiries about the program and to get your Air Force ROTC application started.